Good morning, tubers. Matt M. Roy back once again. Back to you on the 29th of March, 2018. Another beautiful day here in Virginia. 69 degrees out. Can't believe it. Pushing 70. I'm actually wearing shorts today, believe it or not. And we had a lot of fun yesterday. The live stream and doing the vlog where we picked up the 83 Hearst Olds. And a lot of you have been asking why I disable comments on there. Well, there were some people that were saying some not nice things about the car, about me, about Dad, so I just had to disable the comments. If people on my YouTube channel can't be civil, then I'm just going to disable comments. Unfortunately, I've had a lot of that happening lately, getting a lot of rude comments, mainly from haters and, oh, what's the other word? I can't even think of it right now. I haven't even finished my first cup of coffee. Mainly from haters. So that's why the comments on that video are disabled. And please respect that. If I disable a comment on one video, don't comment about that video on another video. If you do that, I'm just going to disable all comments altogether, because it's really getting to that point. It's unfortunate that people cannot behave themselves on YouTube, and it's not the majority. It is definitely the minority that's doing that, but it's going to get to that point where I'm just going to have to disable all comments. And I'll be honest with you, you haven't seen a lot of YouTube videos from me recently because I've been very discouraged about that. You know, I tried my hardest to put up good quality content, and this, you know, takes a long time. This is not my full-time job, but it feels like a second full-time job, to be honest with you, with going to these different places, filming for you guys. Being able to edit these videos takes a lot of my time up, and it just gets discouraging when I don't feel that a lot of people appreciate it. Now, I know there are people out there that do. Don't get me wrong, but that's all I'm going to say about that. I just kind of wanted to explain why the comments for that vlog were disabled. I'm actually heading over the Monder Merrimack Memorial Bridge Tunnel right now. What a beautiful day, even on here. Usually going over the bridge tunnel, it's overcast, but it is just absolutely gorgeous today. Going to go to a few of the thrift stores in Hampton. I need to pick up some more monitors to match with those towers that I bought. I should have some hard drives for those coming in shortly. I don't know what's going to happen. Hopefully, the gentleman that wants at least 2 of the computers still comes through. But gotta wait for military payday. At least in my area, I get the bulk of my sales on the military payday, so the 15th and the 30th of each month. And that's the way it's always been, probably the way it always will be, because it is a very big military area where I live. But that's just the way it goes. I'm going to finish up my cup of coffee, see if I find anything good over here in Hampton, and I'll talk to you guys a little bit later. Alright, tubers, just left the DAV thrift store here in Hampton and found a few interesting items. The first thing here is this Logitech gaming keyboard. It is the G105. You can see right there, it does have some dedicated buttons for gaming, specifically the W, A, S, and D, which a lot of the Microsoft games use. I know Asphalt 8 uses those. And what's really cool is you can see it's gray on the front and red on the back, so I wound up picking that up for $1.98. Keyboard is in good shape, you know, no, not a lot of wear on it. It's a little dirty, I'll have to clean it up, but for that price, I think that was a pretty good deal. Next, for the same price, just got one of these generic Dell keyboards that came with like the Dimension E510s, the Inspiron 9100s, XPS 9200s, things like that. Again, good shape, nothing wrong with it. And I picked up a few mice, but the one I really wanted to show you is, oh, this is just a regular Dell mouse, nothing too special. Got that for $1.98. What I wanted to show you is this one. This is actually the matching mouse for that keyboard. So I actually have a full set. I have the keyboard and the mouse. Got this one for $3. This is model G100S, if you guys can see that. So that was awesome. The matching Logitech keyboard mouse there. And last but not least, I picked up a copy, which I don't actually have this game, of Need for Speed High Stakes. This is a PC game that came out in 1999. I have Hot Pursuit, but not High Stakes. And the actual game itself is in basically mint condition. You guys can see there's really not a scratch at all on that CD. So definitely a good start. This is the second thrift store I've went to. The first one was the Youth Challenge thrift store on Jefferson. Didn't really find anything there. They had some monitors, but they were really overpriced at $20 a piece. Got a few other thrift stores to go to. I'm going to keep my mojo up, and I'll catch you guys on the flip side. All right, tubers. Well, I'm just leaving what they call the Mercury thrift store. Used to be the family thrift store, but somebody else took it over. Nothing really here. They had a few older monitors, but again, they just wanted too much money for them. They had like an old KDS 19-inch LCD, and then they had a little 17-inch widescreen HP monitor, and they wanted $25 a piece for them, and that is just way too much money. I tell you, these thrift stores really need to get an idea of what these things are worth before they start pricing them. I have actually talked with the manager at this thrift store before and told him that, you know, the monitor's a little overpriced, and he was actually willing to haggle a little bit. One time I went there and I got a monitor that he had put a price of $20 on. Sorry about that, I got somebody calling me. He put a price of $20 and I told him, look, I'll give you $14, and he said okay. So it just happens that way. A lot of these thrift stores don't know what to price these things, so they just put whatever price they think is fair on it. And I could tell you that they're not selling them, because this thrift store has had the same monitors there for about a year now, and they've just been sitting. What he does to make them seem like they're new is he moves them from one area of the electronics to the other, and he kind of changes the price tags on them, but the prices stay the same. So tell me how that makes sense, right? But one thing I wanted to tell you guys, everybody's asking me about the new Roseanne show, or the new season, and I was really impressed by it. As a matter of fact, I was watching a little bit of Fox News last night with Huckabee, and he was talking about it, and he thinks it might be a new trend now that these shows are going to try to show Hollywood that they are too far left-leaning because they can't talk to middle America, and that is absolutely true. Now, I've said in the past that I tend to lean more right, but I've voted Democrat also, and I don't want to get into a whole big political debate, but you know, I think it's good that Hollywood needs to get more towards the middle. When you consider what they're doing with, and I'm not going to go into specifics, but there could be a new trend with shows like this, looking more at middle America, looking at the majority of America and saying, okay, this is what we live, this is the way we live, this is the way we believe. Can you please incorporate that into some of your TV shows and movies? Because we just can't relate to what Hollywood is putting out now. And that's why 80–90% of the new shows that are out, I won't even watch anymore, because they don't relate to me at all. So I think it's a really good thing. I think Roseanne's doing a great job with this new show. I've always liked her. I know a lot of my family did not. They were on the fence about it, but I think they're coming over to her side now that she's kind of bridging that gap between liberal America and middle America. So that's all I'm going to say about that. I'm about ready to go to the CHKD here. Go and pause this vlog, and I'll talk to you guys a little bit later. All right, tubers. Well, just finishing up the thrift stores. Nothing too spectacular. I did wind up buying a few LCD monitors, which I'm not going to bother showing you because you guys have seen that a million times. At least I got that Logitech gaming keyboard and mouse. I'm going to have to look that up online a little bit more, see if there's any value to that. If not, I'll probably just include it in one of my refurbished computers. Man, I tell you, over here in Newport News and Hampton, they are really doing a lot of construction, specifically off of Mercury Boulevard right near Hampton Town Center. It's ridiculous because about 5 years ago, they did a whole reconfiguration of the Interstate 64 highway, and it looks like they're doing it again, or at least fixing some of it. I know that they had issues with the traffic flow. Now what they're doing is they're adding another lane, I believe, to Interstate 64. It was only a 2-lane highway most of the ways, where they're going to try to make it 3 because there's a huge bottleneck there. It's 3 lanes as you go through Newport News, but as you head past there, you start getting towards Yorktown and Williamsburg, it goes down to 2 lanes, and during rush hour, that really backs up a lot. There's been a lot of accidents and a lot of issues there. So in a way, it's good that they're going to be doing that, but I tell you, while they're doing the construction, it is just a major nightmare. As a matter of fact, I was thinking about going up that way because there are some CHKD thrift stores in Yorktown and up near Pocosin, but I'm not going to do that until the construction goes away, because I'll probably be sitting in traffic there for about half an hour with my luck. But I'm going to go ahead and pause this vlog till I get home. I may be going up to Dairy Queen tonight, not sure yet, but we'll see what the rest of the day brings, and I will catch you guys on the flip side. All right, tubers. Well, just got back from Dollar Tree. Thought I'd show you what I got. They had a pretty good selection of bread this time. Generally, when I go in there, they don't even have any of the Brooklyn Rye, but this time they had 3. They actually had 5 of them, but I didn't want to be too stingy, so I only took 3. You can see this is the right size Cobblestone Brooklyn Rye. Now, it's kind of funny when they call it the right size, because originally you used to get twice this much. Now, they give you half the amount for the same price and just call it the right size. Everything's being downsized these days, so just to let you know about that. It's a shame that they're trying to trick customers like that. But even at this size, for $1, that's a phenomenal price. So I got 3 of those. Now, these are 120 calories per slice, so if I'm eating this, it'll mainly be like for a lunch, because this is way too many calories for 2 slices, like if I'm eating it for a breakfast. Next, we got some Need for Seed, also the Cobblestone. You can see this normally sells for $2, so it's basically half price. Again, another one of the right size loaves. Then we have the bread that I have been eating for breakfast as of late. This is the Nature's Own 100% whole wheat with honey. And the reason I eat this bread is, you can see here, it says 120 calories, but what is that? For 2 slices. That's right. So basically, you get double the amount with this bread in this bread. So it's a lot better for me when I'm trying to stick to my diet. And last but not least, for Mom, and yes, this is mainly for Mom, I don't really eat these anymore, are the Cobblestone Sweet Party Rolls. You can get 12 in there for $1. And the reason I don't eat those anymore is they are 110 calories for 1 roll. And you can see how small these rolls really are. I mean, you can't really make too much out of those. So that was my Dollar Tree haul for today. Excellent score. I was getting in there just as the bread guy was delivering it, so I got really lucky, because the Brooklyn Rye bread sells out almost immediately. As a matter of fact, there are other people waiting there for that bread. So I'm going to go and end the vlog here for today. Hope you guys are really enjoying these. Please continue to like and subscribe. And as always, have a blessed day, everybody.